Hello students, in this session of chapter number 7, that is plant growth and mineral nutrition, we are going to learn about the growth hormone, that is abscisic acid. In short, abscisic acid is called as ABA. So abscisic acid is a growth inhibiting hormone. Now, growth inhibiting hormone means abscisic acid slows down or stops the growth of particular plant parts. Then the scientist Carnes and Adicott during the year 1961 to 1965 studied cotton plants, and during their study on cotton plants they found that the cotton balls fell from the plants. This phenomenon is called as shading of cotton balls. That means falling or separation of cotton balls from the plant is called as shading of cotton balls. So during their study they observed the shading of cotton balls from the plant and came to the conclusion that this shading of cotton balls occurred due to the chemical substance, that is abscissin first and abscissin second. Then the scientist called as Waring in the year 1963 isolated a chemical substance from the buds of a plant called as acer plant. Now acer plant grows up to the height of 6 to 8 meters. So Waring isolated a chemical substance called as dormin from the acer buds, which induce, that means this dormin substance induces bud dormancy. Now you know that bud dormancy is a phenomenon in which the growth of the bud is slowed down or it is stopped. So the growth was stopped due to the substance, that is dormin. Then later on the two substances were named as abscisic acid. Then abscisic acid is produced or synthesized in different plant parts like leaves, fruits and seeds. Then abscisic acid is chemically a 15 carbon sesquiterpenoid and produced from a chemical substance called as mevalonic acid. So abscisic acid is one of the growth inhibiting hormone found in different parts of the plants. Now we will learn regarding the applications as well as physiological effects of abscisic acid. Now you know that abscisic acid is one of the growth hormone which slows down or which stops the growth of a particular plant part. Now abscission is a phenomenon which occurs in different plant parts. So abscisic acid promotes abscission in leaves. Now you know that after maturation in some plants the leaves get yellow in color and then they fall from the tree or plants. So this is caused due to the phenomenon that is called as abscission. So here is the diagram of a leaf. At the base of the leaf a abscission region is produced after the process of senescence. Now you know that senescence is a process in which the physiological processes slow down. then the working capacity of the cells also slow down, and this phenomenon is also called as aging, or it is called as senescence. After completion of senescence, the process of abscission occurs. Now in leaves, when senescence occurs, the chlorophyll undergoes degradation, the cells lose their working capacity, and finally the leaves become yellow. And at the base of the leaf, here we can see, at the base of the leaf, a region called as abscission region or abscission zone is produced, from where the leaf base gets separated from the branch, and this phenomenon of separation of leaves from the branches is called as abscission. So abscisic acid causes senescence or aging of different plant parts, as well as it causes abscission, that is falling of leaves. So abscisic acid causes the phenomenon of senescence, that means aging of leaves, as well as abscission, that means separation of leaves from the branches. Similarly, abscisic acid cause senescence of leaves, flowers and fruits. Now senescence means, you know that senescence means aging of leaves, flowers and fruits is caused due to abscisic acid. Then abscisic acid control dormancy in buds and seeds. Now dormancy is a phenomenon in which the growth of a bud or the embryo inside the seed is stopped for a particular period. So such buds or seeds are called as dormant buds or seeds. So abscisic acid controls dormancy in buds, that means it slows down or stops the growth of buds, as well as abscisic acid cause dormancy in seeds. Now you know that seed dormancy is a phenomenon in which the growth of embryo is temporarily stopped, and this is caused due to abscisic acid. Then abscisic acid suppress cambium activity by inhibiting mitosis in vascular cambium. Now vascular cambium is a type of meristematic tissue which undergoes cell division, and the cells produced by this cell division, that is mitosis, the cells get added either to xylem or either to phloem. So xylem and phloem are vascular tissues found in plants. So abscisic acid suppress the activity of cambium by inhibiting mitosis. That means the process of mitosis is stopped inside the vascular cambium, and further cell division does not occur, and the growth of vascular tissues, that is xylem and phloem, is stopped due to the activity of abscisic acid. Now the next physiological effect of abscisic acid is that abscisic acid, in short called as ABA, could cause efflux of K plus ions from guard cells, resulting in the closing of stomata. Now you know that stomata are present on the leaves as well as parts of the plant. Now the main role of stomata is to carry the process of exchange of gases, as well as it carries the process of transpiration, that means removal of water in the form of water vapors. So stomata is important in plants. So when the K plus ions are removed along with water from the guard cells of the stomata, the guard cells shrink and result in the closing of stomata. So this removal of K plus ions is activated by abscisic acid. So abscisic acid play an important role in closing of stomata, and thus it stops the process of transpiration. Hence abscisic acid is called as anti-transpirant. Then abscisic acid stops or inhibits flowering in LDP and stimulates or activates flowering in SDP. Now LDP means long day plants. Now long day plants require long daylight period for flowering. Then SDP means short day plants. Short day plants means they require short daylight period for their flowering. So abscisic acid inhibits or stops flowering in long day plants and stimulates the flowering in short day plants. So here we have seen the last type of growth hormone, that is abscisic acid. So we have completed all the topics which are for the exam from the chapter number 7, that is plant growth and mineral nutrition.